Yo guys, it's Rob here from Showdown, and today we are doing a build your team, but a lot of you guys asked me to start talking about the anime villains, so this is what we're doing today. Alright, as you can see here, there's a list made by My Mixtapes with an all anime villain tier list. You have $15 to build your own team. First things I've noticed that are kind of crazy with this list is if we look in the $2 bracket, I see Mahito is there, and if we talk about Mahito for a second, we can also discuss the fact that Mahito's domain was giving Nanami trouble. I'll say it again for the people in the back. Mahito's domain required somebody like Sakuna to get shut down, because that's how difficult it is to fight Mahito if you're not prepared. His fighting abilities are very useful in a team because we could talk about the fact that he's able to heal his own wounds with transfiguration. He's also able to shapeshift other souls. He can box on an elite level. He's super fast. He's super intelligent. Mahito is really not somebody that can be slept on because, again, we saw that Sakuna was needed in order to stop him. And who's stopping Sakuna? Not many people. And it's a little bit of a pump fake because that's who I was originally looking at. Until you look into the $4 bracket and you see that Sakuna is actually here on this list. So that just knocks Mahito out of the equation. Now, before I grab Sakuna, because I have to be very strategic with my money here, I see that Aizen from Overlord is here also in the $4 bracket. We know that Aizen is a magic user. Who's sitting right next to Aizen? It's the Word Soul Devil from Black Clover. Of course I'm taking the Word Soul Devil from Black Clover for $4. Are you kidding me? For all the magic users that are on this list, this is a perfect pickup for my squad. You're talking about somebody that has arcane magic. The sound of his words alone just summons magic abilities. He fought against the first Wizard King in Lumiere. He fought against Lit. He fought against Asta, Yuno, Yami. Whoever it was that was there, the Word Soul Devil had his chance at fighting against them. He's a beast, and we could talk about him summoning substances from the demon world that literally drain your magic power down to nothing if you get caught by it. So this is somebody that's obviously a beast, a man amongst boys. I had to take the Word Soul Devil for $4, which actually leaves me with $11 left, which is quite a lot on this list because a lot of people are in the wrong places. We can talk about why the hell is Light Yagami even on this list, because Light Yagami is only going to be useful if he uses the contract. If he gets a contract with Ryuk and gets the Shinigami eyes, maybe he'll have a chance here, but by the time he's in the middle of writing someone's name down on the Death Note paper, he's getting clapped by pretty much everybody here except for maybe like Askeladd, but that's not really going to change the game for me as well. Now this next part actually gets very interesting because obviously I picked somebody from the $4 bracket first, strictly just to protect myself from any magic users. The only one I'm really seeing here is Aizen from Overlord, but that's okay. I need to do that. Now we can look into the $5 bracket. Finally, we have Frieza, Blackbeard, Meruem, Madara, and Aizen. You already know who I have to take. I don't have a choice but to take Frieza because Golden Frieza is close to a Super Saiyan Blue level. He's in that realm of power. Now, is he stronger than them? Obviously not. But somebody on that level is clearly a beast. You have to take them. You need somebody like Frieza that can literally blow up a planet with ease. You need somebody like Frieza that was putting in a decent amount of work in the Tournament of Power until the likes of Topo came, because when Topo arrived, I mean, my God, he had no shot whatsoever. But that's only because Topo had the power of Hakai, which Frieza is not really ready for. But bringing it back to this list, who here has the power of Hakai? I don't see anybody. Do y'all see anybody? As long as nobody here has the power of Hakai, I'm taking Golden Frieza for $5, which actually is going to leave me with $6 left. The tough thing about this is if I grab somebody else in the $5 bracket, I'm done. There's nothing I could do with that remaining dollar. But if I start getting a little greedy, I can go down to the $3 bracket and make a move with $2, $3, or I can make a $4 and a $2 and try to make a play there. But let's see what we can work with. I obviously already picked up the Word Soul Devil. Who else in the $4 bracket is worth scooping? We talked about Sakuna already. Do I think I need Sakuna if I already picked up Frieza? Probably not. I'm not saying he's not powerful. I'm not saying the likes of him competing with a Gojo who has an infinite void domain, which is on that level. The infinite void domain is something that's very, very difficult to deal with. But I do think that Frieza having the ability to fight against some top tier Saiyans in the Dragon Ball Super universe, he may have something at least to deal with that. Maybe. We don't know, but maybe. If we look to the right of Sakuna, we see Muzan is there, not worried at all. Not saying he's not powerful, but he's a beast within his own verse. Frieza is easily handling that. We obviously picked up the word Soul Devil. Now we have Eren as well. Eren is a top tier Titan power user, but I don't think I really need him. I really don't think I need him. Let's look in the $3 bracket. Let's see if we can make a play. We have Doflamingo, we have the Beast Titan, Hisoka, Garo, and Shigaraki. Now, I'm really liking Doflamingo and Shigaraki. We can talk about how Doflamingo obviously has a string fruit. He's able to clone himself. He was able to at least put in a lot of work against the Gear 4 Luffy that was in Dressrosa, but he ended up losing, so we know he's around that level. And if we talk about Shigaraki, Shigaraki is no scrub. I mean, the decaying quirk is something that is very, very useful. If he just so much as gets a hand on somebody or some objects, things are getting decimated within seconds. But do I think anybody in the $5 bracket is worried about that? Outside of Meruem, nobody is worried about anybody in the $3 bracket. I don't care if they're in duos. So I can't go that route. And if we look down in the $2 bracket, unless I grab a Mahito, I'm good. And I don't want to grab a Mahito, because if I grab a Mahito, there's no way I can get Aizen for $5. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Aizen for $5? Alongside Frieza? You're talking about somebody that has complete hypnosis, literally had all of the captains of the Soul Society not even knowing what's going on. Toshiro is boxing against his own people. He's crossing up people left and right. Aizen is a beast. With the Hogyoku, who's stopping him on this list? Not many. And as we can see here, I'm not sure if Ten Tails Madara is allowed. And if we're taking everybody in their most powerful forms and we bring in the Ten Tails Madara into this conversation, Aizen, they are very, very close, neck and neck. You can make a case for either one. For me personally, I'm going to just take Aizen just this once, because when we really break it down, hypnosis techniques are going to be very useful for a Frieza. They're going to be very useful for a Word Soul Devil. And here's why. If we take the Word Soul Devil, canceling out all the magic users on this list, then you have Frieza, who brings in the offensive power. Aizen is a complete beast when it comes to hypnosis, and he obviously has a Hogyoku. He obviously has an immense amount of spiritual pressure. You put these three together and look back at this chart and tell me if you see anybody that is stopping them outside of a Ten Tails Madara. You have no idea what they can really do. Listen, Ten Tails Madara, the only thing I can think of is the Limbo clones, which we talk about a lot on this channel. But the Limbo clones, boxing from an outside different dimension, is something that you can bring up. But then again, somebody can bring up that Aizen is not even a human. Aizen is coming from the Soul Society. He's a Shinigami. So if you want to talk about that, then what's really happening here? Who knows what's happening here? As long as I have a Golden Frieza, I have an Aizen, I have a Word Soul Devil. Of course, I wasn't able to use that last dollar, but I'm okay with that. Blackbeard has no shot, even though I love the Yami Yami no Mi. He's not getting that off. Meruem, nothing he can do here. And for the rest of the list, I'm good. I'm good. Now you guys let me know down in the comment section below, which teams would you make out of this villain build your team? Obviously, I did not create this list, so leave me out of that. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Road to 100K. And with that, I'll see you next time. Peace.